Hey folks, this is our experience starting a band. I tried a band in my like almost my mid 30s. I said, well, I have money and I have time, no kids, no wife. So unfortunately, the only people I could find was these stupid like late teeners and early 20-year-olds,
Mm.
and their mentality was like like 6 years old. And people don't realize when you start a band is there's a lot of sacrifice. I mean, nobody hears your problems in a band.
Yep.
Keep your issues. I had this one drummer guy. I can't really say what I really felt about him on
Oh yeah.
YouTube, but
Are you still friends with him?
not really.
Oh.
Just a dumbass.
Oh well.
That's the best I can say on YouTube. I'm allowed to say dumbass on YouTube, or but he was lazy. He expected everybody to do the work, and all he did was complain. But our people, he tried to kick this one girl out of the band. And the stuff he's complaining about, I turn around and say, dude, the stuff you're complaining about, you're doing the same thing. What's stopping me from kicking you out? Because I ran, I had a practice place, so I ran. It was under my name. I was in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Of the rent. Everybody had to pay their share.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted too much. He wanted more practice time. And I said, dude, you wanted more practice time, you know what I mean? But when I show up to the practice, he was already there. He's not practicing at all. And if he did practice, he didn't practice our drum stuff. I had most the bass lines memorized,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't make any kind of attempt to learn the band. And once again, all he did was complain. He was like a rich kid who got everything given,
Mm.
and he had his own. He wanted to practice at his mom's office. I didn't really like it because I didn't want somebody had complete 100% control. If somebody had control of the practice place, they controlled the band, and I didn't want one person have like control, because he'll decide who get kicked out, and all these decisions. If after any kind of discretion, he'll make a decision like, oh, too bad. You know what I mean? The worst thing to do with me and a mistake. We bought all the. I bought most of the mics. That was like $300 a mic in the stands. The things are not cheap. Actually, the stands are like hell expensive.
Yeah.
Usually for a wish, and that's like the biggest mistake. And the biggest mistake is also try to find people are willing to sacrifice their time. I understand there's work and family stuff, but the thing is, it's just 2 hours. 3 days a week or 4 days a week. Practicing depends what level your musician skills are, and you want to become a cover band or a punk band or what level. You know what I mean? But it's unfair to have one person do the work and then one person complain about it. Do you have any other experience yourself?
Well, I had a few other bands in high school. Like it was mostly me, myself, and two other people from my hometown. Well, it's not really my hometown, but it's where I lived at the time in Atwater, California. And for the most part, I bought all the equipment I mean, not every piece of equipment was all me, but mostly it was. Like I bought the instruments, I bought the mic stands. I didn't have any money for drums, because if you know how much drums are, that's a lot. I mean, for a kid at that time that only had like a job like every summer, most of that summer money actually went to buying instruments. Like either for myself or for other people that want to play and stuff. But there was a couple times where like I worked with different people that just didn't get it, like just didn't respect the items. Like I had one guy that was a drummer, and the only drums I had were basically toms, and because like I was really into Slipknot back then, so I was just buying toms and bass drums and stuff. So the guy kind of like beat them like really bad, to the point where they're like cottage cheese. Like they have like a lot of holes in them, and I have to replace that stuff. And he didn't respect it, and he expected me to buy basically his set, because he wasn't going to fork over any money to buy his set. I told him I can help you out with paying a payment. Like there's the places around town that take payments. I can do some. You could do some, like to help you out if you want to pursue this band. or what, and he said no, you have to buy it. Like he was comparing the situation where like you know that band Genesis,
Yeah.
where I'm not sure who it was like exactly, but they bought Phil Collins' drum set, and I'm like, the thing is though, like it's because they probably had a full time job. They're already adults by then, by when they formed Genesis. You can't compare me to some guy in like Genesis that already has his shit together. You know, I was like maybe like 16, 17. I was like only working like every so often, maybe like a couple of lawns every now and then, but that's it. You know, like I don't have no income. The guy had like rich ass parents. Like I didn't expect him to buy his own set, but you know, like I would say like just to help out to buy your own set, not just depend on me to do everything, you know, or replace everything in the group. Like uh I didn't have any other like things that were destroyed. Other than if it was by myself, actually, actually broke a couple of my stuff on accident, but that's another thing. But yeah, like you can't like expect like someone like in the band to basically buy your instrument
Or do all the work.
or your stuff,
Or
you know,
all the
like
work. Or
yeah, or like yeah, all the
don't do
the
it.
songwriting or the practicing or like writing lyrics or whatever, you know, like it's a team effort. You know, you have to come together to like make something like art, you know, like it's collaborative effort. And that's kind of why I'm not in any group right now, because what I'm doing is basically just me like doing what I do, and I'm fine with that. Like I can work with people, like I can like send my stuff to other people or write something that they might like, and then if they like it back, then they can get back to me. But in a band setting, like I don't see myself in another band right now. Like especially like I'm getting in my 30s now, and maybe like it's not too late, but for right now, like I don't know, it's just too many run-ins with that, you know. Like, but also haven't been in a real band since like the like 2009, 2010. So it's been a while. It's been about 10 years. So there's that.
Also, it's smart to have first is practice, find what works, what doesn't. Also, when the band, you finally get the group, you got to figure out the payments. You know what I mean? How much does it cost? You got to plan. You got to plan everything ahead. If you're lucky, you have, some people have like agents, and I've seen a couple times like young kids like 13 years old in bands that have agents that help out, the spends, how much it would cost and stuff like that. But those can cost money sometimes. So also the good thing is there's other agents that you pay a small fee, they book bands places for you. You just have to find people to be on time. You got to find, you got to change your whole life around being a band.
Mm.
Social life, work, also if you're starting out, always have a backup. Somebody will play bass or guitar or drums. Or say, somebody will, if that person can commit, you know, you can find other people to back up as starting out.
Mm.
And one of the best things to do is get a practice place. I had one in San Jose, and my band was not working out, and what I did was get other people. My drummer, didn't like that. I said, "Well, you're not doing anything. We're not going anywhere." And I'm a very social person, and also I had like ties, getting people pre-recordings. I had a friend who was starting, and I helped him out find bands that are looking for people to record. He said, "I'll do it for free. I just need experience." And my drummer didn't like that. For some reason, he said, "Oh, he's ours." It's not ours. We don't own this person. He's doing it for free. So I mean, we have no contract say, "Hey, you can't work with anybody else."
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't work out. Someone's not willing to do it, and they bring their personal lives, especially drugs. Drugs are not. I mean, you watch behind the music, drinking, I mean, it's never a good signs. I mean, you got to control I understand have fun, all that wonderful stuff, but you got to focus. What's more important with your band. Successful or what level you want to go.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, I haven't really like experienced anybody with substance abuse. Maybe just one, but it's not really confirmed. Like, um, I'm not gonna name her here, but she's my friend, like that I've had her for a long time in high school, and we both used to get really like drunk and try to come up with stuff, and like it's funny how that works because we don't remember the next time like how anything goes or nothing. So I mean, it doesn't work for everyone, you know. Like, you can't like automatically think that come back to what you were writing. Like, we're not like Iron Butterfly,
Hmm.
who like came up with Inagata Vita with just. By the way, it's supposed to be in the Garden of
Hmm.
Eden, but the guy was like, you know, like because he was drunk on wine and stuff, and I guess they wrote it down and they made a hit back in 60 something, like what 68,
Yeah.
69,
Hmm.
so something like that. And but it doesn't work for everyone. Like you can't just make like music just like on influence. In fact, someone asked me like on my first like EDM gig was oh, how do you come up with these like these these tracks, like you take a lot of drugs or something?
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, no, because then I'll forget how I was supposed to play it. You know, like you can't like depend on substances to help your creative vibes. Maybe it works for some people, but not everyone.
Also, the best way to do is have one of your friends. What they do is they're in the crowd, and when your band's playing, they have your friend listen to what people say about your band. That's the best way to get good feedback.
Right?
And I used to do it with my other bands. I listened to what these girls are talking about. They talk about hockey. And I said, well, they got the other girl that said, oh, he plays hockey. One of the bass players. They said, dude, you talk about your hockey or something once in a while. Or that's the best way. It's like also don't have a prima donna attitude when you're starting out. I met a lot of assholes. Just I'm not sure today. Me too, but too late now. But you get more out of like sugar than vinegar doing
Yep.
this business. It, about the hookup, meet people, and stuff like that. Very important. But being a band. Well, I hope anything else to say about this or.
Well, I would just say like also like your experience doesn't mean that you're in charge. Like say like somebody has like 10 years experience playing music and they know everything, so they need to be in charge. And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, that doesn't really like define like a team effort. Like
Oh,
if you're doing your own solo work, sure. Like if you want to be like Prince, you know, who does all his own things
and hire people.
and hire some people, that's one thing. But like being in a band, like you have to think in like you have a high mindset, like to collaborate and come up with something, not think that you have to be in charge of everything. There may be some groups that like work out that way. It's fine. Like take um, you heard of Dexy's Midnight Runners?
Yeah.
Kevin Rowland like basically like created the whole concepts for everything, like from the musicians to their wardrobes to everything. So like, but the thing is that they have to be complacent with that. So that's the only thing. But you can't expect everyone to be complacent with you, like being in charge of everything. It's like it's a democracy, not a dictatorship. You know what I mean?
Also, one of the best things to do is like learn some instrument. Try to learn much drums, guitar, bass. Bands will pay you like $50 for a half an hour of work, for 45 minutes of work.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to think outside your 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 instrument. You know?
Yeah, don't be afraid to jam other people. Don't be afraid to experiment. Even don't be try different things. Don't be afraid. Don't. The worst thing, the attitude to have is during a band is try to be famous. Because you have that mentality, you'd be disappointed.
No, I mean
Yeah.
like being famous like is
Well,
it's like, well, I mean, it's not only a strategy, but it's also pure luck.
yeah,
You know, like
right place.
if you're thinking that you're going to be famous, then you're probably not going to be famous.
No.
Like some people get famous just off of one song and just for any number of reasons, like whether it's a meme or like whether it's like somebody like reposts it or whatever, you know.
Okay.
But some things like you have to put an effort to, like put like get like your friends involved, get all your family involved, get their families involved, and everything else. You know, like tell a friend. You know, like that, getting your stuff out there.
Yeah, the sun.
It's created a glare. Sorry about that, folks.
Okay, well, right now that'll be it. Right now, we'll do a part 2 about bands in the future. Please like and
I try to
subscribe.
block the sun. I
Yeah,
can't.
you're not that
It's
fast.
terrible.
Your head's not.
Apollo, stop it! Stop it, Apollo!
So please like and subscribe and all that fun jazz. All right, thank you.
See ya.
Okay.